Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Enlightened World Network. We're so pleased to have you here. Today, for our daily live guided meditation, we have Jane Mountrose. Now, Jane is an author, she's a speaker, she's a podcast host. We love Jane. We're so glad she's here with us at Enlightened World
Thank you.
Network. Jane, welcome. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Ruth.
So Jane is going to be doing something a little bit different with us today rather than just a typical meditation. So Jane, why don't you explain to us what we're going to be doing?
Well, it is going to be a meditation where we go through two different realities to go to a place where miracles can happen. Because I think we all would like to have a joyful, miraculous life, and this is just kind of a map for it. That's what we're going to be doing.
Great. Okay, you can just get started.
Okay. And before I actually go into the meditation, what I want to do is describe a little bit about that territory so that people don't feel disoriented or wonder, what are we doing here? Kind of a thing. So, this meditation provides insights and contrast between two different realities. And the terminology actually that I'm going to be using comes from Wallace Wattles, who was a New Thought leader who wrote two books in the early 1900s that are still popular and relevant today, have some wonderful, actually wonderful tools and keys in them. So we're going to start in the reality that Wattles called the competitive plane, which is our current 3D kind of reality, which is a restrictive place that's characterized by fear, limitation, victimization, those kinds of things. And it's not a place where miracles are made. That's the main point. So we're going to spend a little time exploring that. And then from there, we're going to rise to the place that Wattles called the creative plane, which is a joyous, expansive place that's characterized by love, possibilities, and the power we hold as creators of our lives. So, in the meditation, we're going to experience this shift in consciousness that starts where we view ourselves as limited physical beings on the competitive plane. And there we're restricted by these forces that are more powerful than ourselves. And then as we rise to this higher way of being on the competitive plane, we open to a sense of openness and expansiveness where we can view ourselves as uniquely wonderful spiritual beings who are true creators of our lives. So, in my mind, at least, this is where miracles happen. And overall, it's a magical journey and a profound contrast that clarifies our minds, the choice in our minds, the choice that we have between the two, because we can choose. We're actually, in many ways, choosing by default in every moment, and we have the opportunity, actually, as conscious creators, to choose intentionally. So I just want to make sure everybody understands when we start, we're in the competitive plane to experience a sense of contrast. And it helps understand that our common kind of competitive plane type perceptions like inadequacy or feeling that we're flawed or limited anyway aren't real. And I think the thing that's interesting is these are the illusions of limitation that we're here to transcend. So if you feel fear or any any of those kinds of limiting expressions of yourself, just understand that it's not that there's something wrong with you. It always is that there's something else possible for you. So it's not, we're not going there to judge anything. We're going there just to experience the contrast. So with that, we're ready, and we can do as usual in a meditation. Begin by gently closing your eyes and breathing nicely so you can focus on opening to your inner world with an optimistic mind. So you can just breathe now and notice how you feel in this moment as we begin. Because becoming aware of different internal states will benefit you as you prepare to draw miracles into your life. And as you turn inward, also remember that you can relax and still hear everything I'm saying as we travel together on this journey into the miraculous. So you can just freely relax and breathe, focusing for a moment on your current reality on the competitive plane, or our current reality may not actually be your reality. It's here that the thought of manifesting miracles feels like wishful thinking for most of us. In this reality, life is generally considered to be difficult, where we struggle to get our share of what we perceive to be limited resources. Many of us have had the experience of feeling deflated, fearful, anxious, frustrated, confused, angry, and the like. And many of us also have heard a lot more no's than yeses from those around us. And from early childhood, grew to believe that our possibilities are limited. From a vibrational perspective, miracles are out of reach in this environment. Life on the physical plane can feel more like wallowing in the mud. And many people are metaphorically in this place, bogged down by the belief that they're severely limited and that they're victims of forces that are much more powerful than they could possibly be. Just about everyone gets stuck here at times. In the mud, people feel like their opportunities are restricted. Getting around is cumbersome, and from this low point, there may be little or no view of anything different. You may actually be able to recall times when you've been in this place where it feels impossible to create the life you deeply desire. As you allow your mind to gaze back over your life, allow yourself just for a moment to experience these feelings. Here in the mud, you may notice yourself feeling like you're alone, like the world is fearful, it's an unfriendly place, and you have to fight to get your share of these limited resources. People who are wallowing around in this way generally feel like the direction in which their lives are going is beyond their control. They feel alone and unsupported. From this perspective, the desire to manifest miracles comes from a place of lack, where the goal is to ease the pain. And this is an important point for making miracles happen. So, for a moment, I'd like to just allow you to observe how this kind of experience feels to you when you find yourself wallowing around in the mud or something similar. And note the following: when you're feeling fear or anger or confusion, what happens to your posture? Just notice how your body feels. Are you energized or de energized? How do you feel about your possibilities? How do you feel about yourself? And how resourceful do you feel in relation to meeting life's challenges and creating the future you truly desire? Your observations here are valuable for increasing your awareness. And fortunately, wherever you are now, much, much more is possible. Together, we can rise to a very different place, the creative plane, where you can access your true potential. With this in mind, take the opportunity now to breathe in lighter air and rise into a reality where any thoughts of being limited, being a victim, or being unsupported can be transformed into a realization that you're a wonderful spiritual being with a creative spirit that can make miracles a reality in your life. As you continue to breathe this lighter energy, focus now on this possibility that you're more powerful than you could possibly imagine, and that you're here with a uniquely special purpose. And as you connect with the strength that resides within you, imagine yourself gently rising, floating upward, and drifting safely and gracefully to an expansive place. A place where you can fully claim your power and recognize your true potential as the creator of your life, along with all of the other wonderful people who are joining you in this process. Now, as you breathe, breathe in pure energy and light to open fully to life. And as you inhale, release any tension you feel and any limiting energy you sense within you or around you in your energy field that could hold you down. Breathe freely, rising higher with each breath, feeling freer, and asking any energy that isn't your own to leave your space now, releasing it back to the universe so you can fully embrace your true divine self. We all pick up energy from other people and other places. And as that energy subsides, you're free to open to being you. As you continue to breathe, also ask any energy of your own that you've left in other places and other times to come back to you so you can feel the true fullness of being you. And breathe. That feels so much better. Life may feel simpler now, and we're ready to rise all the way to the creative plane. A special place in the higher realms, maybe the summit of a lofty mountaintop with clear, crisp air and a magnificent panoramic 360-degree view extending for miles in all directions, or onto a comforting, billowy cloud, or a brilliant star that allows you to shine brightly, or another expansive place that feels like the perfect place for you. Just allow yourself to find this magical place, the place where you can open to creating miracles in your life. Wherever you find yourself, notice that all of the heavens are shining down on you, and as you gaze upward, you have a magical view of the vastness of the entire universe, which seems in some mysterious way to be smiling down on you. Energetically, the experience of rising to a higher place with an expansive view at the height of your human potential is a different reality, and the next step both for you and for all of humanity. In contrast to wallowing in the mud, you may feel in awe of the breathtakingly beautiful scene around you and the magnificence of the heavens above you. Here you can fully embrace your true divine self as a wonderful being, the wonderful being you are, and miracles may feel more like a possibility. Compared with hoping for a miracle to ease the pain, like those who are wallowing in the mud, the desire here is to joyfully manifest miracles as the self-empowered creator of your life, to live fully, to do something special with your life, to expand and to grow in magical ways. So as you breathe in more of this expansive perspective, make note again of the things we made note of before. What happens to your posture now? How energized or de-energized do you feel? How do you feel about your possibilities? And most importantly, how do you feel about yourself? And from this place, how resourceful do you feel in relation to meeting life's challenges and creating the future you truly desire? The difference between your experience here and the one on the competitive plane may be clarifying. It presents a stark contrast between these two realities. The key for you now is this: where do you want to spend your time? As you gaze into the magnificent beauty of the vastness surrounding you, allow yourself to feel powerfully connected with everything and everyone. This sense of connectedness is a key because it also means that you're connecting to the miracles that are waiting to occur in your life. Open to the beings of light who are here to support you, the angels, your guides, ascended masters, and the Creator, who all want the very best for you. You're not alone here. And as you sense yourself in this place, you may begin to feel like your possibilities are as vast as the view. Here, your reality is characterized by feelings like love, gratitude, connectedness, joy, and more. With this in mind, take some deep breaths of this pure, fresh air now, and feel the soft breeze and nurturing energy of the sun that's shining so beautifully upon you. Again, noticing the magnificence of this expansive place on the creative plane. In a real sense, opening to love is the key here, and it's also the key for manifesting miracles. Focus now on the love you hold in your heart, the love you feel when you think about someone or something you love unconditionally, and allow this divine love to radiate outward from your heart. So every cell of your body can be bathed in love. You can even imagine little hearts in each cell. So you can sense it through all of your body and feel it radiating beautifully out all around you now. So you can imagine the ball of light that is your energy field expanding and reaching out further into the welcoming arms of the universe. We contract ourselves because we think we have to be safe. Right now, you don't have to do that. You can just expand as much as you want. In this reality, you'll probably find that your perspective is very different than when we started. And from this loving place of clarity, you can bring in higher awareness to help you in every aspect of your life. So now, drawing on this expanded awareness, ask yourself from the perspective of being a powerful creator of your life and from the love you hold in your heart and soul, what is one thing you would want to manifest to support you in living fully, in growing and evolving in wonderful ways, and in doing something uniquely special with your life? To focus in on manifesting one specific thing that awakens your creative spirit and understanding from the perspective of your heart and soul the difference it could make. You may want to pause for a moment now so you can perceive the miracle you're creating clearly from this higher perspective. Just reach into the truth and you hold in your heart and ask for clarity. You may also want to jot down any message you receive from your heart and soul, along with some details about the miracle you're inviting into your life for future reference. So now I'm just going to pause for a brief moment so you can reflect. As you reflect, notice again the dramatic contrast between the mud and the expansive place where you are now. Notice that you can perceive yourself and your value in a different way that provides a choice. Again, where do you want to spend your time? Do you want to settle for the consensus as a victim on the competitive plane or rise to the heights of human potential as the creator on the creative plane? Only you can determine the importance of this choice. Settling for an ordinary life where not much is likely to change, or empowering yourself to create an extraordinary life filled with love, miracles, a vibrant sense of aliveness, and the joy of living fully. This choice is yours. In your heart and soul, you may even feel that the contrast between creating or settling is similar to living or dying. It's powerful for every aspect of your being, your body, emotions, mind, and spirit. Most importantly now, you can rise to this expansive place on the creative plane anytime to take in more of these lofty vibrations and to release to the universe any doubts you may have about your ability to be a powerful creator. Just about all of us have some concerns about being unworthy, inadequate, or flawed in some way, and we need to understand that these are just misunderstandings of who we truly are. The more you experience this expansive reality, the more you'll build trust in the universe and the beings of light to support you and to build your confidence in your true identity as a creator. For now and any time in the future, you can focus on being in this expansive place and invite the light of the Creator to shine down on you with the perfect energy you need in this moment to increase your confidence in manifesting your miracle. Excuse me. You can even make this energy sparkle if you want. So you can feel the sparkles as they touch all the cells of your body. And you might imagine it as it comes down, you can imagine that source of light above you and allow the light to flow down. It might have a color. That perfect light might be a special color and it might have special sparkles. So just notice what it's like. Then invite this sparkling light to radiate out from your body, expanding the field of light around you even more. At some point, it might even get to the place where there is no limit to it, where it's just fully connected to everyone and everything. Now, with the miracle you chose to manifest in your mind and in your heart, it's time to send your request out to the universe. You can do this silently in your mind or aloud, sharing the joy your manifestation will bring and the gratitude you feel for the support the universe is providing to you now. As you perceive your request radiating out into the universe in all directions, be open and know that it may manifest in slightly different or even magically unexpected ways. It will also manifest in its own time. So remember to be relaxed, watching out, and noticing what shows up. Life is a gift, and we can only see a small fraction of all the possibilities that await us. Who knows, something even better than you could possibly imagine may be preparing to occur. This is an exciting opportunity for you as a creator, and it is something to be grateful for. And with the gratitude you feel for the blessings you have now in your life, you can also express your gratitude for the blessings that are on their way. So I invite you to reach out again into the universe and share this gratitude now, along with anything else you want to share with the beings of light who are supporting you so lovingly. And with this, just release your manifestation into the universe, feeling energized about the bright future that lies before you. And as you prepare to return to your daily activities, again feel that sparkling colored light that surrounds you and send a big wave of that light down into your daily life. Then from there, filling your whole body and your daily life with it out into the future, filling it completely with the sparkling light that can that you can draw on as you move forward. Now, when this feels complete, it's time to send yourself drifting back down into the place where your body is resting in present time, and feel yourself where you are now in this moment, making note of your body's position. As you continue to breathe, inhale more active energy now as you return to your normal waking state, feeling alive and alert, and still filled with the love, the light, and the sparkles that you sent down from above. And as you prepare to move on to other activities, be sure that you're grounded with your feet firmly on the floor or the ground. And also realize that you can carry the sparkling, expansive, loving energy with you everywhere you go by pausing and breathing more light and energy in and imagining yourself at your place of expansiveness. And as a final note, one of the best things you can do for yourself and for the world is to continue to vibrate love and open more fully to your true divine nature. You are a gift to the world, and you can make a difference by embracing your true identity and sharing your unique gifts with those around you. Always remember that you can take a few loving breaths and call on the light from your source above you anytime and ask it to send down the perfect energy you need in that moment. It's simple and easy to do. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome.
When you started, the vision that I got was like a hamster running on a wheel.
Yeah.
And my guides reached down and literally just like plucked me out of that into this higher realm. And I thought, wow, how easy is that? And you talked about the beings of light that surround you. Can you talk about beings of light for a moment?
Well, there are a lot of them. And I think that different ones of us are inclined to feel in harmony with different beings. We have angels, guardian angels, who are with us all the time. And we also have the archangels who we can call on. We have to call on them, but it's wonderful learning about them and calling on them for specific things, because they also do have specialties, you might say, and they vibrate different energies. Another thing also is, if you don't know the archangels, you can just ask for the healing angels, or you can ask for the joyful angels, whatever it is, so that it's not like you can't call for that. There's no limitation to doing that. And in addition to that, there are the ascended masters who are with us. There's a Christ energy. There's reaching out to God, to source, to the universe, whatever that means to you and feels right to you, because it's not that there's a right or wrong, or that there's one person's God and it's not another person's God. It's all the same oneness, really, in the end. And of course, Ruth, I know you know a lot about all of that and the angels who are with us. I think it's enriching. And I think it also is, I'm trying to think of the word, it just is very gratifying to feel that we're not alone, and to actually know that we're not alone. And as we develop those relationships, we can actually create deeper connections with specific ones of them who are there for us, and who, we resonate, the ones that we resonate with and want to reach out to. But they're all there for us. And none of them are going to come along and say, well, I'm not for you. They don't do that.
Right. It was interesting, Jane, because I had not seen angels. I didn't grow up with angels. It was really a foreign concept to me, although I grew up in religion, but not angels. And I wanted to experience them, but I couldn't buy into the graphics of angels that I had seen. It just didn't feel right to me. And I remember saying, I probably actually said it out loud, I guess there's no such thing as angels. And I went to a meditation class that morning, and in meditation, all of a sudden I'm seeing this like gray, white, ridgy something. What is this? And I, in meditation, like backed up, and I saw it was like the back of a wing of an angel. And I went, oh, I guess there is such a thing. Boom, right there in my space. And I said, who are you? And I heard Michael. And goosebumps right now. And that started a relationship that I have with Archangel Michael, and he has been working with me for 7 years now. And you mentioned relationship, and it is relationship. It's the same as any relationship you have here in the 3D. It takes time, and it takes energy, and spending time with that angel or the creator, the Holy Spirit, whatever the divinity is that you connect into. And I'm just reminded the importance of spending time every day to go in. I start my morning that way. I get up 2 hours
too.
before. But it's a sacrosanct time that unless I start my day that way, I don't feel like I ever really get my cadence going. But truly that relationship. So thank you for bringing up the creator and the archangels. They are here for us. And if you're not experiencing that in your own personal life, folks, be watching on Enlightened World Network. Go to YouTube for Enlightened World Network. There are so many videos. We've got over 2,500 videos there.
Wow.
And they all have to do with walking in higher vibrational frequencies, the archangels, the creator. Jane, you and Philip have shows there on from your show as well. It's all there to support spiritual transformation and growth. So thank you for bringing up those beautiful concepts this morning, and our own ability to shift our perspective. It's just there for us daily.
Right. Now, I think it's important to understand that it is our opportunity. It's not something you wait for it to come to you, because it's here now.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's interesting because it was, I don't know, it wasn't that long ago. I think I try to think back on some of these things that it was not too long ago actually, that I fully understood that it isn't that we are separate from any of this. It's that we're under the illusion that we're separate. We're always connected.
Right. Right.
We just don't know it. And we have to develop that. It's kind of like you're developing certain parts of your brain and also your field in general to be open to those things, to be able to rise to a place where they're available to you. And that it just evolves. You reach higher and higher as you go, which is really miraculous in itself.
Right. I think there is that cognitive piece where you go, oh, yeah, I don't have to think that. Oh, yeah, I can stop and go higher. Oh, yeah, I can sit and, have a conversation with an archangel right now. But,
Right.
but there is a cognitive piece of that here in the
Hmm.
3D where we need to just stop and go, huh, this could be different right this very minute.
Right. Yeah. And it is. It's all in the end. It's all in the moment. The magic is in the moment. The miracles are in the moment. And I think, to me at least, it seems like the longer I live, the more I just focus more on that. Breathing love in the moment, because love is connectedness. And when you are vibrating love, then you're open to those things to be available to you. And you can do simple things that you can verify. Like there's that, when so many people talk about asking your guides and angels to provide a parking space for you, or one that I really love doing when I'm driving and I'm getting on the freeway. I ask for a flow. And
Uh,
it's interesting. I do it around town too. I ask to be in the flow, and I'll find myself like the lights will, happen in my behalf. And if they don't, of course, I can just be present to the moment. But I find myself sometimes on the freeway, like I'll be in the middle of Los Angeles or San Francisco or something, and on the freeway, and there'll be a whole lot of cars all gathered up in front of me and a whole lot of them gathered behind me, and I'm in this space all by myself. It's like, oh, this is nice. I'm just kind of flowing through it. And it just is. It is, life is miraculous. All of life is miraculous when you come down to it.
yeah,
And it can be even, I mean, it's comical when we think things are so difficult sometimes, and when we just let go of that as our reality, things can happen in amazing ways.
exactly. Exactly right. So, friends, I challenge you next time you're feeling down or mad or frustrated, just stop. Just stop and say to yourself, I don't have to be thinking this right now. And shift and see how quickly you can actually shift your current reality. So
Yeah.
just a little challenge out there.
Man, I know you've talked too about rising to a mountaintop. And energetically, I mean, there are a few kind of maybe cheat things you can do to simplify it. If you imagine rising up, it does expand your consciousness. Just to imagine rising up, it does. And if you go like to a lofty mountaintop and then look out over an expansive view, the expansive view also opens your mind more. And then being in places with expansive views. Why is it that they're so special when we're looking over the ocean at a sunset on the beach or those things? There's magic there.
Yep. Yep. And
Or
if
just imagining it is magic.
very much so, very much so. And you can also just surround yourself with divine light. So,
Mhm. Right.
that can really help to expand and elevate your
Mhm.
consciousness as well.
Right. That whole thing, I like to just imagine the creator, source, whatever you call it, above. It's a light, and just ask it to send down the perfect energy you need now to bring you more into alignment, and it will. And that's another thing you can do, is ask it to send down funny energy, and you'll find yourself feeling like you want to laugh. I mean, just talking about it, actually, I can feel it coming down. So if you're not joyful, that's a nice little trick.
Well, and what I just heard too was abundance. Just ask
We're
for the
abundant.
energy of
Right.
abundance. I'm going to do that. I'm
Yeah.
going to do that today. That I love that. Jane, thank you for bringing miracles to us today.
Oh, thank you. And I did have that one thing I wanted to suggest that for people, if you enjoyed this meditation, um, and you're watching it on Facebook, something that you can do is share it with your friends, which actually spreads the word. And also what that does is it puts it onto your home page so that you can just go back there anytime and listen again. So if you want to do the meditation again. So with any of the meditations on Enlightened World Network, that's a wonderful thing to do, because then you have it right kind of in the palm of your hands, and you can just even actually go through your little library of videos.
Oh, that's a great idea. Great idea. All right, Jane, thank you so much. If people want to know how to contact you, how do they do that or learn more about what you're bringing into the world?
Actually, I did prepare a tiny URL. We have a process on our website. We have a very extensive website which you can explore freely. I'll give you the URL for that too in a moment. But I did one. We have a process we call the Miracle Reframe, which is if you're feeling doubt or fear or anger or something, you think miracles are not going to ever happen. It's kind of like, never, no way. You can do the Miracle Reframe, and who knows, it might help. Some people have just done that one process and said it just completely changed their lives. So anyhow, it's tinyurl.com/miracle-reframe. And it's just it's a video there and a little article. And then our extensive website, which has all kinds of stuff on it, is at gettingthrough.org/holistic is one of the main pages, or /spiritual. That's another good one. There are different sections to it with different themes. So you can just poke around and see what strikes you.
Okay, but
And yeah, thank you.
gettingthrough.org would take them to your main page.
Right, and it's gettingthrough.org, gettingthrough.org.
THRU.
And it's interesting. I'll tell people that, and then they'll say, "Well, it's not coming up," and I'll say, "Did you do GETTINGTHRU?" And they said, "No, I," it's like our minds interpret it. Even if I say it, they'll still get and do the long way. But that's the idea of getting through. It's the short way.
Oh, I love that. Okay. I see what you did there. I like All right. Well, Jane, thank you so much. And to our friends who are watching today, thank you for being here. Thank you for including us in your spiritual transformation. So much love to each and every one of you. Take good care.